We are accepting donations right now. I am by appointment, and I've been giving my business card out to people that will stop by, or you can just call the senior center and leave a message. And I meet with donators. And what I've been doing is just being selective, knowing what's going to fit in the store and what's going to be useful right now. So there's two parts of this, of the donation. There's getting items for the shop itself, which is pretty full, but still we need, stock. And also collecting items that we can sell online. So I've been selling items on OfferUp Seattle. Also they're listed on the Bainbridge Island Senior Center Facebook page. If you click on the shop, there's a little shop word on the left side. And if you click on that, it'll show the items that we're listing. So, and you had asked Janet about what types of items that we're looking for selling online.
Yes.
So, what we're looking for are unusual, whimsical pieces that will grab people's attention. Something useful also, like a side table or a lamp. Little pieces of furniture that are small, but that people are always looking for that are affordable. We've sold probably about 50 items so far and pulled in some nice amount of money. I priced them affordably, but also competitively, I think. So here's some things that we've sold. We've sold a Lazy Boy recliner, enamel casserole dish, a coat rack, a wall table, a lamp, a rug, a patio heater just recently.
Yeah.
So all kinds of things that are have been really popular and gotten a lot of response. Like 40 people wanted the patio heater. So it was really fun to do. So those are the things that we could get, but we could also like to have clothing that's seasonal right now, anything for the summer or spring we use. Kitchen items. What else? Shoes.
Knitting needles and knitting wool, do you take that?
Yes, we love, and we have a very loyal group of knitters that come to the store, and good yarn, any kind of yarn is wonderful. And knitting needles, any kind of knitting paraphernalia would be wonderful. Yeah. Art supplies, we do well with art supplies. Books, always books, but fictional books rather than big coffee table books or old cookbooks. We don't really have any need for those because a lot of people aren't, using cookbooks anymore. They're going online. So if we do get cookbooks, preferably something more recent would be great. You can always use jewelry. Now that's not something I would feature online because it's harder to sell something like that. But for the future, we always seem to sell out on our jewelry really quickly. So that's really great to have. Yeah.
Tijan, how would we get that to you?
Well, we can just do it by appointment. I can meet you anytime. I only live about 5 minutes away from the senior center. So you can call me personally on my cell phone, which is 20. I can give it to you guys now. Would that be helpful?
Yeah, hang on a second.
Okay. Whenever you're ready.
There is a chat box on the top right, Tijan, that you could put, if you wouldn't mind putting your phone number in there. You click on the little box and you can type it in. That would help all of us, I think, please.
Yeah, I'm on the phone, so I can't see it. I need to hear it.
Can't. Okay, so we will say it out loud for you.
Okay, it's 206 713 3937.
3937.
Yeah.
Okay, because I have some really nice yarn I'd like to give you.
Wonderful. So I just sent my number to everybody else.
Okay,
feel free to call me, and we can meet on the fly. Anytime you're free, I can come down and we can meet, and I can grab your things, and you can be off.
Okay.
So when you receive we bring you, do you turn them around, or do you hold them for a couple of days?
I hold them for some. Well, I've been holding pretty much everything. I wear gloves, I wear a mask, and we put them I'll either put them in the senior center, the fireside room, or in the shop. And so typically it's about a week of being held so that they're safe.
And so do you have, what happens if you get a lot of things? Do you have other areas that you can store things?
Well,
So,
yes, I have a shed, which is helpful, and it's got some room in it. Big items we just can't take because we don't have the space. But if it's something that's really something that will sell well, like the Lazy Boy recliner, we'll make space. I mean, the center has lots of space right now because we're not having people in there, so we're just collecting things there. So that's helpful. Yeah.
oh, and when do you think the thrift store may open?
Well, we have a plan. We have a date right now, and it is July 6th. It's a Monday.
It's a Monday, yes.
Yes. So 10 to 1, those are our hours. And it would be one person at a time in the shop. And we're thinking of 15-minute shopping spree allotment time. So, and we'll probably have a list out front. Somebody will be manning the door and making a list of people. If there's more than one that would like to come in and shop, we'll be doing it in, 15-minute increments.
Yeah.
And with masks?
Definitely. Masks are required.
Yes.
We're going to have hand sanitizer, gloves, masks provided if people don't have them when they come. I will have a mask on. So it will be just myself at the register and the shopper of the moment in the shop because it's a small shop, Yes.
That's good.
Yeah. And so we're going to roll this out the first week the second week in July, I guess it would be. And so it would be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock. And we'll see how. Yeah.
And
Now,
do
does that mean that the senior center will be open at that time too, or just Tejan, or just you?
Just the shop.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
and do you have enough volunteers to help you?
Well, I have a few that are willing to work. They're happy to work, and they would be perhaps standing at the door, taking names at the door and making a list of people as they come in and helping with the sanitizing process. So far, yes, I feel I'm pretty set. But I certainly, if you're interested in volunteering, just let me know because we can always use more people.
And do you train them?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
So on Tuesdays and Thursdays, do you process the things that are coming in and price them? Is that what a volunteer might do on a Tuesday and a Thursday as opposed to helping? I mean, I just want,
Right. Well, Tuesdays and Thursdays, we have other things going on. We have a book.
Oh, that's right, the jigsaw.
Exchange sale. And then we also have the jigsaw puzzles on Thursday. But typically when I get the merchandise, I price it and get it ready for sale right away. Because it has to sit for a bit, but I want to have it priced and all ready. So that's usually something I do.
And what happens if people bring winter clothes? Do you have any ability to store them, or would you ask them to take them home?
No, we have a lovely clothing shed where I just put all of the clothing in bins that are labeled by season. So yes, I take.
Okay.
But I have to because we need to have goods for the fall season. Yeah. So definitely have a place for that, for those items.
And so tell me, what are your very best sellers? What comes in and goes out as fast as you can say, Jack Robinson?
Good yarn.
Okay.
Our knitters are very, they know their yarn. So if there's good yarn there and it's usually priced very fairly, it flies out.
Okay.
Nice shoes that aren't worn too much and they're still looking good. Shoes will fly out if it's a good brand. What else? Let me think. Cute pieces of little side tables or a little chair or a stool. Any fun, whimsical piece of furniture. I think unusual things sell quickly. Yeah. What's difficult to sell would be grandma's china or serving pieces like a gravy boat, cut glass. Those are items that are really difficult to sell.
Yeah.
Except maybe at Thanksgiving,
Yes. Yes, I'm the proud owner of my mother's china. So.
Okay. And you know, sometimes we can sell it very quickly, but sometimes it just sits. So I think there's certain times that it does better than others.
And so what happens if you get, do you have someone to take things that don't sell from you? Does somebody else in the community benefit from that?
Yes. So I have kind of a list in my mind as to how I distribute items that don't sell.
Yeah.
The first thing, there's a place in Kingston called ShareNet. I don't know if you're aware of it, and they have a thrift shop, but they also have a soup kitchen in the back. And they have a little bit larger space than we do. So my first option is to give them items we can't sell. And we have a lovely member called Kathy and her husband. They come and they take it with ShareNet for me, which is wonderful. And we've had lots of things that they take in their VW van for us.
Yeah.
The next list would be Bo, Bo and his wife Lonnie take things to the homeless. And so I collect clothing items that might not be sellable, but would be really useful to the homeless: coats, socks, shoes, anything that would be helpful to them. Maybe an old blanket that isn't sellable.
Yeah.
And then last and not least would be Goodwill, because they are pretty open to taking anything. At least they used to be before COVID.
Yeah.
So, that's always been helpful. And we have a volunteer, Noreen, who comes and picks up every Thursday things for Goodwill.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
The other thrift store, because I sometimes volunteer there, the ARC comes by and picks up from them. So they may, and that benefits people who are disabled. So as they pick up from them, they may well be willing to come and take some of your things off your hands too.
That would be wonderful. I've not heard of that. That's a great
idea.
idea.
Come by twice a week, so it's not as though you. I'll see if I can get a contact for you.
Thank you. That would be wonderful. Yeah. Can always use another source.
Yes, and it's of benefit to somebody who's disadvantaged.
I like that. I like that. Yes.
Is ShareNet online, or does it have a physical location?
It has a physical location. I don't have the address. I know it's in Kingston. And I'm not sure if it's online. That's a good question. I'll have to look into that. But I'm guessing I don't know, they might be open at this time, because it's, the phases are opening up certain businesses. I'm not sure on that one.
Does anybody have any questions for T-Jen? Am I saying your name right?
T-Jen, yes, thank you. Yes.
I have to tell Linda because she got me selling it wrong. So.
Well, that's okay. She's not alone. It's a hard one. It's a hard one to pronounce. No questions?
I have two locations that my daughter has given me that might be of help to other people. They're online places, and I'm trying to look them up right now. Hold on a second. Could you hear me? Did you hear me?
Yes.
Good.
We can hear you.
I'm doing a search. Hold on.
Online places to take your items, or?
Yes.
Oh, sure. Here it is. I see it.
There's Bainbridge online yard sale is one place, and then another one is Buy Nothing Bainbridge.
Yes, those are also options.
Yes, they're good. So you're aware of them because they're both available through Facebook, and the merchandise is as high quality as what you have. It's very good.
Okay, great. Yes, and that's there's several businesses venues that I've been listing our items. But the thing is, if you're a business, sometimes you're not able to list. So I've been listing on OfferUp, Marketplace, bless you, Bainbridge Island Goods and Services, and then of course the Senior Center website, Center Facebook page. Yeah. So, but those are great options too. Thank you, Richard.
Yeah. So what can you tell me, what was the most fun item that you have sold in the shop before all COVID came?
Oh, tough one. Most fun item. Fun item. Oh, you got me. Well, anything that is animal related. We once had a wire chicken, pretty big chicken that was a big draw. People loved it, but it was big, and so people just didn't have the room for it. But it got a lot of attention, and a lady finally bought it. And then a year later, it came back, and so we had. It was a lot of fun to try to sell that one too. So that's one that stays in my mind. But I think it's all kinds of things that are different.
And I know every year you have a Christmas sale. So do you start, so if somebody bought in Christmas thing, because with COVID, everybody's been clearing out, well, everybody says they've been clearing out their cupboards. Can you bring in Christmas items now, or would you want us to wait until October, November? Because we have the big sale in December.
Right.
And I presume you run that.
Yes. And we did do it in December this past year. However, I think we're going to go back to doing it closer to Thanksgiving. But yes, we do accept Christmas donations. Currently, they're being kept in my garage because I have some space. So we have lots of bins. I have about 30 bins right now, and they're all divided into, different ornaments and Christmas tree skirts and all that. So yes, bring your Christmas. We can always take it anytime. Yeah.
And do you have any other special sales during the year apart from the Christmas sale, where you take over a much bigger space?
Yes. Typically August is when we have our jumble sale, which is a huge source of revenue. And I don't know if we'll be doing that this year because it takes place after the Rotary auction. And we collect things from the Rotary auction, which isn't happening. Well, it is happening this year, but I think it's going to be online. Which is a little different. Yes. And we usually take over Huney Hall and set up furniture and decorative items, and been very successful in the past. I'm not sure how or if we'll be able to do that this year. We'll see. Stay tuned.
Yes.
Yeah. That was a good one.
Or you could perhaps do a fundraiser like Rotary may, and do it on things like trips to people's houses or something, or dinners in their yard or something.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Absolutely.
As opposed to, an experience as opposed to a thing.
An item. Right.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. Yeah. We'll just have to think out of the box a little bit.
Yes. I think we will for the next year have to think out of the box.
Yes. Yeah. Any other questions?
Well, the people from IVC just had a very successful online event, so I'm sure that Lynn and others might be able to give you some suggestions.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm always open to that. Yeah. Any other questions or requests? And if you don't have a source of transportation, you don't drive, or it's difficult for you to drive, I'm happy to come pick up items. I've done that before. So just give me a call.
So in your TGen, in your former life, did you work retail in a large store or a small store, or is retail your love?
Yes. I worked in a few department stores in New York when I lived in New York, and then I worked at Macy's and Meyer and Frank. I don't know if you guys know Meyer and Frank.
Yes, in Portland.
Yes, and I did a little bit of display for a while. So yeah, it's what I know. It's what I love, and this is the best job I've ever had, though. This one right now, it was a gift from God. So it can't get any better.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Of course. And I'm from New York. So which were the department stores that you were involved in New York? Because I used to be in the business of wholesaling to them.
Okay. Did you remember Abraham and Strauss?
Yep.
A&S and
As a
Queens
matter
Center
of fact,
Mall. I
for a
worked there,
while,
and then
yes, for a while, I lived in Brooklyn Heights, 3 blocks away from Abraham and Strauss.
Yeah.
oh yeah, on Fulton Street.
Good.
Was it Fulton? I think, yeah.
Well,
And
I
then,
actually, yes.
oh, you cut out.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say
Oh,
the other store I worked at was Henry Bendel in downtown New York, but that wasn't
Yeah.
a department store. It was more of a little, I don't know what you could boutique kind of thing. But that was when I was very young.
well, it was a big, high-class boutique. It was very nice. And yes, I lived on Livingston Street, right next to the Board of Education building.
Wow. Okay.
So, anyway, it's everything that we do out here on Bainbridge, and everything about living here is, of course, as far as I'm concerned, far better than staying in New York. So good on all of us.
Yeah. 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 Especially as you get older, it's a lot of work to live in New York.
It is a lot of work. It's very expensive too.
Oh, yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. We live in a pretty amazing place.
Yeah.
Well, thank
So
you
how
for
was
the fine work.
You're welcome. You're welcome. What were you going to say, Janet?
I was going to say, how has obviously COVID's affected your life because your job has, as it were, closed down and now it's about to open up again. But
Yes.
I mean, one of the benefits of COVID to me is that every dog in this island has been loved and got walked every day. So there are silver linings to this pandemic that we're going through.
You're right. Our pets, our family, I think I look at things differently because I'm not jumping from place to place. I'm really paying attention to the little things. I finally bought a hummingbird feeder and I'm actually looking at the hummingbirds, and so it's affected me in really good ways too. And there's lots of things I can still do at the shop. I got to, we painted the shop different colors, so it's a little brighter. I'm always pricing items, so even though I'm not working with customers, there always seem to be things to do. So I've been very fortunate in that manner.
Yes. So because of Tuesdays and Thursdays, there's the book exchange and the puzzle exchange. Are you still going to go ahead and sell books and puzzles in the thrift store? Jigsaw puzzles?
Well, I think we're still going to continue doing the book and puzzle exchange outside because it's difficult to sell books in the bookcase because it's such a small space. So for the time being, I think we're going to go forward with that. Yes, the puzzle exchange on Thursday and Tuesday for the books. Yeah.
Okay.
Until things get back to normal. Who knows when that will be, if it will.
Yes.
And we have so many jigsaw puzzles. I don't even think there's room in the shop for them. There are huge tables of them now because people are bringing so many in.
I was there a couple of weeks ago exchanging them. A lot of them were of trains in some form or other, rail trains. Really? And I thought, that's not my thing. So I hope the I'll come back next week with my swap and hopefully
fresh puzzles is what you need. Yes.
I was there. I was there today, Janet, and there's a pile of different ones.
Oh, there are. Oh, good. I didn't quite get there today, but it was just probably one of those weeks that that was unusual.
Yes.